Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Dicky and it is truly wonderful to have you here today. This is the place where we discuss looking and feeling our best at 50 and beyond. Over the past few months, my feed has been bombarded with Jones Road Miracle Balm and What the Foundation. Now, I know these products have been around for a while and have been reviewed by hundreds of YouTubers and the like. From what I can ascertain, people hate it, some people love it, and then some people who used to hate it now love it. Confused? Yes, so was I. So based on the marketing that I've seen, this brand seems to target the more mature woman, bordering on elderly. So naturally, I was intrigued. So from what I've learned on YouTube, this is skincare with the added benefit of providing that makeup, no makeup look, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Just better skin, hopefully younger, fresher, healthier looking skin. Well, we can all dream, can't we? And from what I've seen on YouTube, I am not the only dreamer. So I resisted for as long as I could. It took willpower and inner strength to add those products to my online basket and not hit the purchase button. But the more I tried to ignore the ads, the more rave reviews I came across. So I went all in and I bought the What the Foundation in Fair. I also bought the Miracle Balm in Au Naturel, Bronze and Sunkissed. I also purchased the bronzing drops in Fair and Medium. I know, it's a considerable expense for a soon-to-be pensioner, but with all these social media comments about how much product you get, I'd convinced myself it was practically an investment. I mean, technically, I'm saving money in the long run, right? Anyway, so Bobbi Brown, like any budding YouTuber, I did my research. Now, of course, I heard of Bobbi Brown before. Bobbi Brown is an American R&B artist, once married to Whitney Houston. Also, I initially thought that's a very strange and bold thing for a R&B artist, a male R&B artist, to suddenly bring out a makeup line. But who am I to judge? Good on you for branching out. I'm old, leave me alone. So imagine my surprise when I found out that Bobbi Brown is actually a woman, is not musically talented or married to a celebrity. Of course, Bobbi Brown is a legendary, world-famous makeup artist. Who knew? So, turns out Bobbi Brown sold her original company and then started Jones Road, which she now owns and runs. You see, when I explain it all like that, you can understand my confusion. So I've been loving my skincare journey so far. It's all still relatively new to me. I'm no expert or makeup guru. There's many YouTubers out there that will be able to show you this product much better than I am. For years, I was a soap and water kind of guy. And then I lost some weight. I started looking in the mirror and I realized I was old. So my goal was to make the most of my aging skin, which on a good day resembles uncooked chicken. I just wanted to look a little bit more presentable in daylight hours without scaring the local neighborhood into running for the shelter. So Jones Road has received amazing reviews, some confusing ones too, but no surprises there. And I, of course, get confused easily. What really drew me in was the idea of putting something on my skin that benefits my skin and makes me look like a runway model. Anyone can dream. Now, incidentally, if you have found your own runway model miracle fix, let me know in the comments. Apparently, I have money to burn. So Bobbi Brown stated that the goal is to make makeup that's simple, clean, and easy to use for everyone, no matter who they are or how old they are. So What the Foundation, now I have to be very careful, this is my third attempt because I keep slipping up there. So my thoughts on the foundation. Now when I bought this, I honestly wanted to love it because I'd seen all the videos and it just looked so nice, professional, everything else. It smells nice. It smells, I can't put my finger on it, but it smells like natural oils, and it smells like when you go for a massage or when you go to the spa. It looks natural and it has some really good skincare ingredients in it. So, for instance, it has jojoba seed oil, which hydrates and provides antioxidant protection. It contains sodium hyaluronate, a form of hyaluronic acid that plumps and hydrates the skin, and it also contains olive fruit oil, which is of course rich in vitamins A, D, E and K, which is a great moisturiser. So I can actually proudly declare in my deepest masculine voice that I'm not wearing makeup. I am wearing a moisturiser that just so happens to benefit the appearance of my skin. Despite its name, What the Foundation, I nearly did it again, isn't, in my humble opinion, a foundation. At best, I would call it a skin tint, which is perfect for this old lady looking for a healthy, no makeup look. Now, I also like any type of skincare products where I don't have to use sponges, brushes, and other tools that take away from my masculinity. The foundation goes onto my skin perfectly with just gentle tapping application from your fingers. So cue that irritating slapping noise, more familiar in films shown late at night on channels which are hard to pronounce. So here we go. And I put far too much on there. I'll try and spread it around a bit. And it really does just go on, and it just disappears, but leaves behind a much better looking skin. And again, I excuse all this slapping noises. But it really is just the best way to apply this product, in my humble opinion. And it's done. It's on, and I've applied it to the areas that I want to apply it to, which is my rosy cheeks, which go red very, very easily. Somebody looks at you in the supermarket, I'm bright red. Oh. And there we have it, the foundation on my skin. And I really like the way it looks and smells. It just looks like my own skin, but I look actually hydrated, and I look like I've got a little bit of colour in me. Now this product, as I say, was in shade Fair, which is just perfect for my colouring. I absolutely just love the way that it looks. It doesn't feel cakey, doesn't feel heavy. It just feels really, really nice on the skin, so I really, really like it. The next product we're going to look at is the Miracle Balm. Now, of course, you've all seen the videos on YouTube where they stick the finger in, which is to release the miracleness of the balm, which I have already done with my products. Now, I bought the products in Sunkissed, Bronze, and Au Naturel. Now, I tried the Au Naturel, and it just felt like I was putting Vaseline on my face with no actual purpose. When you put it on your skin, there's absolutely no colour to the Au Naturel one. Although it looks quite pink in there, it offers no colour to the skin. And I just felt that I was making my cheeks greasy for the sake of making my cheeks greasy. So I didn't like it. I contacted Jones Road and said, I don't like this product. And they said, do you want to try something else? So that's when I received the third product, which was the Bronze. And I actually quite like that product. I will demonstrate this product. Now, before I put it on my skin, let me tell you about the beneficial ingredients in this balm, because it does contain some really good sounding stuff. So it contains, again, the jojoba seed oil, which mimics the skin's natural sebum, providing hydration without clogging pores. It's rich in vitamin E, which may help with aging, haggard skin. It also contains argan kernel oil, which is a moisturizer. It improves skin elasticity, and it can help with fine lines. It also contains sea buckthorn fruit oil. That was a mouthful. It's high in vitamin C and E and offers antioxidant protection. And it also contains rosemary leaf oil, which is an antioxidant, but it's known to cause irritation in people with sensitive skin. Now, I have sensitive skin, but you probably already knew that. I'm doing makeup videos at 56 for men. Of course, I have a sensitive everything. So the reality, I stuck my finger in the first time to break that seal, like I'd seen hundreds of times on YouTube. I went far too deep. I was sticky. I was shiny. And in that moment, I absolutely hated this product. I honestly felt fooled by Bobbi Brown and his musical career. But why does it feel so greasy? Well, it contains beeswax. Now, my gran used to polish the furniture with beeswax. She used to polish anything that didn't move very much, like my granddad. It contains castor seed oil, a thick, slow-absorbing oil that creates a glossy, almost sticky finish. It contains, again, jojoba seed oil, which mimics sebum, adding to the slick feel. It contains coconut oil, which helps with its spreadability, but contributes to the oiliness. It contains synthetic wax, which gives the balm its dense, non-drying texture. And it contains argan and sunflower oils, which are hydrating, but of course are greasy. At this point, it was sounding more like a Vaseline to me than a miracle anti-aging balm. So I did what any good YouTuber would do, and I typed in ChatGPT and said, is Jones Road Miracle Balm just expensive Vaseline? And here's the response. I shall read it from similarities. Both create a barrier to prevent moisture loss, absorb slowly, and leave a glossy, dewy finish. Key difference. Vaseline is purely a non-occlusive, which means it just sits on the skin, whereas Miracle Balm contains hydrating oils and antioxidants, which provides a dewy look. Now, if dewy just means sweaty, because as I said, I'm no makeup artist, so if dewy just means sweaty, I have been runway ready for the past 30 years. But then I thought about what all of these reviewers are saying, and this was the best thing that Bobbi Brown has ever brought out. So I gave it another go. And you know, I kind of love it now. So yes, I've done the whole thing. I hate it. I love it. And I've been using it for the past 3 weeks now, every day. I love it that much. It just makes me look a little bit healthier. I'm going to apply some on. So I put my finger in it, and I'm just letting the oils, my finger warm up the oils inside. And that is probably about enough. Now, it does look a bit weird when you first start popping it on. Let me just pop it on my forehead there. And again, this takes a little bit more aggressive tapping because it's a bit thicker. It is a thick product. But I hope the camera brings out the actual colour, because it's a very, very natural looking colour. It just looks like I've caught the sun on my forehead there. I'll put a little bit more on. So the idea is to do a shape of 3 on each side of the face. So I've done that part of the 3, coming down, and I'm coming down again. And again, excuse all this tapping noise. Turn the volume down. And there, it's as simple as that. And I now have a very natural looking tan. Now, if I did want to go slightly deeper with that natural looking tan, I can use one of the gels. This is in medium, it's quite dark. But I do want to look like I've caught the sun. I live in the north of England, we don't get the sun. So again, I'm just using my fingers, I'm just tapping a little bit more. This is the gel, the bronzing gel, and this is in medium. So anywhere where the sun would just catch my face, I've put a bit of that bronzing product on. And I actually really, really like the way that this sits on my skin. It gives me a glow. It's quite a natural glow. There's nothing artificial about the way that I look right now. I just look like I've had a nice day in the sunshine, and I really, really like that. So both Miracle Balm and What the Foundation have ingredients that are hydrating and anti-aging, which is great. But if you have sensitive skin, some of the essential oils like the rosemary and citrus oils can cause irritation. You know, glowing skin starts with healthy skin, and the combination of good genes and living a healthy lifestyle plays a huge role, but there is so much more you can do to improve your skin from the inside out. The first lesson is keeping skin properly hydrated. Water, herbal tea, do wonders for hydrating from the inside. For the outside, using the proper moisturizer for your skin type will make your skin look great. If you do both of these things, whatever the products you put on your face afterwards, they're going to look much, much better. I've been so excited to introduce you to the Jones Road skincare range. These products work well for everyone who's in the market for a clean, natural product. These are simple, thoughtful formulas that smell like a spa and do what they're intended to do. Perfect for both men and women. I absolutely love these products. They're made from nourishing oils and botanicals. They feel so healing and nurturing, and I believe they're a game changer for everybody. Bobbi Brown stated that the goal is to make makeup that's simple, clean, and easy to use for everyone, no matter who they are or how old they are. She also stated that makeup is about feeling good about yourself. It's not about perfection. It's about showing the best version of you. And that's why Jones Road is for everybody. And that's why I've enjoyed using this product so much. I love the way it makes my skin look, and I love the way that it makes my skin feel. Thank you so much for joining me on my Jones Road journey and my larger skincare journey. I really appreciate you being part of the channel, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye for now.